Can one workflow really take an architectural project from concept to client presentation? Most architecture projects follow the same journey. It starts with an idea, then a model, then visualization, and then finally a presentation. But somewhere along the way, we end up spending almost as much time moving files between different software as we do actually designing. So when D5 invited me to try their new Rhino workflow, I wanted to answer one simple question. Can one workflow really take a project from concept to visualization to client presentation without ever leaving Rhino and D5? And in this video, I'm putting this workflow to the test. When I start a project, I usually begin with a sketch. And then I move into Rhino to explore different massing ideas. It's the stage where I'm testing proportions, refining the form, and figuring out how the building fits together. At this point, I'm constantly making changes. I'll move a wall, adjust a roof line, rethink an opening, or even change the entire massing. It's a very iterative process. The problem is visualization usually doesn't happen until much later. And traditionally, if I wanted to see what these ideas actually look like, I have to stop designing, export the model, open another application, wait for everything to sync, and then start building the scene. It might not sound like a big deal, but when you're making dozens of small design decisions, this interruption really starts to add up. And every time I leave the modeling environment, I lose a little bit of that creative momentum. Instead of asking, is this the right design? My workflow is interrupted. One thing I've learned over the years is that the earlier I can experience a design, the better my design decisions become. Drawings tells me how a building is organized, but visualization tells me how it might actually feel. If I can get that feedback while I'm still designing, not after the design is finished, that's a workflow I'm interested in. Let's start with the new D5 Lite for Rhino. Instead of waiting until the project is finished, I can start visualizing the project while I'm still designing without ever leaving Rhino. At this point, the architecture is still very simple. I'm not thinking about materials or polished renderings quite yet. I'm just trying to understand the building. To launch D5 Lite, simply open the D5 Lite tab in Rhino and then click Launch. As I continue working in Rhino, D5 Lite gives me a live preview, so every design change update in real time. And once I find a view that I like, I can save it directly in the scene list in D5. Now let's try the AI mode to quickly explore different design ideas. I'll start by selecting a preset style. For this project, I'll choose architecture, residential, then villa. I can also adjust the structural weight depending on how closely I want the result to follow my original model. I'll set it to creative to explore a wider range of possibilities. I can also add a reference image or even write a text prompt to guide the generation. Once everything is set, let's generate a few concepts. Instead of spending time building every detail, I can quickly explore different visual direction from the model I'm already working on. It's not about replacing the design process. It's about exploring possibilities I might not even consider on my own. Sometimes it reinforced the direction that I'm already heading. Other times it encouraged me to ask, what if I tried this instead? Either way, it gives me a valuable feedback much earlier than the usual workflow. And based on the AI feedback, I made a few adjustments with my model. Once I have a direction I like, I can switch over to render mode to create a quick image of the project. Even at this early stage, seeing the building with lighting, shadows, and basic materials changes how I evaluate the design. This is probably the biggest difference I've noticed so far. Visualization isn't becoming the final step anymore. It's becoming part of the design process. Instead of waiting until everything is modeled before seeing the project comes to life, I'm getting feedback while the design is still evolving. And it's changing the way that I make design decisions. At this point, I'm generally happy with the overall direction of the design. I made further adjustment in my Rhino model. The form feels right, the layout is starting to come together, and I have a much better sense of the visualization I'm trying to create. But a building doesn't tell a story on its own. To communicate the space, I need people, furniture, vegetation, and all the little details that make the project feel believable. That's where I usually spend the most of my time. Traditionally, this means searching through different asset libraries, but with D5 Works, these assets are built directly into the workflow. So instead of going to a variety of asset libraries to look for content, I can simply browse and get my asset in one place from different creators in D5 Works. In D5 Works, you can filter what types of file format, pricing, availability, file size, and license, which is super helpful when searching for the right assets. You can even upload your own custom asset into D5 Works. At this point, the project is really starting to come together. The overall composition feels right, but this is where the smaller details begin to make a difference. I've continued to refine the design and made adjustments to my Rhino model. Now it's time to bring the project to life with D5. D5 3.1 introduced a number of new tools that help refine the scene before it's ready for presentation. One feature that I really like is the seasonal vegetation. Instead of manually swapping trees and plants, I can quickly explore how the project looks throughout different times of the year. It's a simple addition, but it completely changed the mood and atmosphere of the rendering. But the update I found the most helpful is the interactive presentation. This allows me to create and present different design options directly to my client. With my previous workflow, I had to export a series of renderings, build presentation slides in another application, then switch back and forth between different software. With this new update, I can use D5 Render as my presentation tool, allowing me to show different design options without ever leaving D5. And to do this, just go to the Presentation tab. Here, I already created my own slides with different design options. I can present different ideas to my client without ever leaving D5. You can toggle different material options within the slides, different furniture options, and even different time of the day. It makes the entire process much more seamless. The presentation also becomes more interactive. Instead of clicking through a series of static images, I can explore different ideas together with my client in real time. So after taking this project from concept all the way to a client presentation, I can say this workflow really surprised me. What impressed me most wasn't just how quickly I could create beautiful visualization, it was how naturally everything is connected. Instead of treating visualization as the final step, D5 made it feel like part of the design process from the very beginning. I could explore ideas inside Rhino with D5 Lite, refine the project in D5 Render, bring the scenes to life with assets from D5 Work, and then present the entire project in an interactive way, all without feeling like I was constantly breaking my workflow. The way you communicate your design is as important as the design itself. D5 3.1 isn't just about making better images. It's about creating a smoother connection between designing, visualizing, and presenting. And after using this workflow from start to finish, I can definitely see myself bringing parts of it into my other future projects. And if you'd like to learn how to use D5 with the Revit workflow, be sure to check out my other video. I'll leave the link in the description below. And if you have any question or thoughts about the new D5 update, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content on architecture, design, and visualization workflow, consider subscribing. You can also follow me on all my socials. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.